welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Buffalo Bills, and it comes your way next.
Well, this 2024 season has been one to remember. Great games, great players, great finishes. And now, it all comes down to this. One game to decide it all. On this February night at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, this is Super Bowl 59. Coming up, a battle here in the NFL playoffs. It's the AFC champion Buffalo Bills and the champions of the NFC, the Philadelphia Eagles. A champion set to be crowned tonight. It's Super Bowl 59. And off we go to a flash of lights here in New Orleans. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led by the big fella, 6'5" quarterback Josh Allen.
As much as you try to tell yourself, Mike, that this is just another game, the reality is it just isn't. It doesn't matter if it's your first Super Bowl or your 10th. This is the game you've dreamt about playing in from the first time you put on pads all the way back in Pop Warner. You're bound to get emotional in some capacity, but you have to get that out of the way and get ready to do everything in your power to turn those childhood dreams of hosting the Lombardi into a reality. As long as this guy does his part, you're going to have a fighting chance to come out on top.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now the first carry for the younger Cook brother. This is James Cook. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. He gets this complete to Shakir. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Allen going to give it to Cook. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Reed Blankenship coming up from his safety spot to make the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. Slot receiver headed right. From the gun, Josh Allen. A pass caught right side by Coleman. 2nd time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Out of the gun, here's Allen. In middle, he's got it complete to Coleman. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
And he's come out of the game on fire here, Mike, early. He's yet to throw an incompletion on this opening drive, and as he now approaches the opponent's side of the field and they start thinking points on that other sideline, this defensive play caller has to be looking at that call sheet saying, what can I do to slow this guy down? Because with the way this game has started, he could be in for a big day.
About 19 yards on that one. They're in business. It's 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dawson Knox. And now they're faced with a 4th and goal.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better look.
Powering forward. He's in. James Cook. Touchdown, Bills. That opens the scoring here in Super Bowl 59. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills are off and running here in the Super Bowl. They lead 7-0. Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here's Williams on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their quarterback. It's Jalen Hurts.
He admitted to us the other day, Mike, that he's started to feel a little anxious as game day approached, and I think that's normal. Winning the NFC, that's one thing. But this is the type of stage that can take your legacy to a whole nother level if you're able to come out on top. But in order to make that happen, he's going to have to put those nerves behind him as soon as possible. The last thing you want to do is put yourself in an early hole because you just couldn't settle down. If he's able to remain calm, play his game, his team's going to have a great chance to end this night as world champs.
He'll work forward for a couple. Cole Bishop up to make the play. Second down and 8. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
So you're on the sideline and you're watching the other team go right down the field and score on their first drive. As a play caller, you have to be careful that it doesn't throw you out of your initial plan coming into the game. They wanted to establish some ground game here early, and that's exactly what they did.
Once again, it's Barkley. Again, he finds an opening. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
They'll run it to the right here with Barkley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
On 2nd down, Hurts. To the left side, it's caught by Brown.
And it doesn't really matter who you put on him, Mike. When you want to play one-on-one man coverage against a receiver like this, there's not a whole lot else you can do. It's hard to put help over the top because the ball's being thrown out by the sidelines. I like playing in and out. I like playing zones. Somebody underneath, somebody over the top. Share the responsibility. But that's not what they're doing. That's straight man.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bills offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the gun, it's Allen. This one complete to Palmer. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. So after 1 here in Super Bowl 59, pair of 7s on the scoreboard. More from New Orleans after this. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Allen to throw. They'll set up the screen to Cook. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
All right, Mike, so the way they teach these screenplays to the offensive lineman is you got to stop the defender's feet. You just don't want him to get a free, clean rush to the quarterback because you're so worried about getting out in front of the back. Make him start his rush over again before you slip out. Ball gets dumped right over the rusher's head. Bang, now you're in the open field.
Now Allen on 1st down. He's got that complete to Knox. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Throwing again. It's Allen. He's got a man downfield. It's Shakir. And he'll be taken down.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play gets him down close. And now it's 1st and goal. Here's Cook. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. James Cook. Touchdown, Buffalo. That his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Extra point try by Bass. It's up and through. And the Bills will move out to a 14-7 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. On the return, it's Williams. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. To throw, Hurts. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
And he'll power it, push the pile forward. It's a gain of 2. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. from the shotgun. It's Hurts. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
I think in this field position, Mike, when 4th and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
Here comes the Eagles punt team. A fair catch called for and made, but hold everything. There is a flag back by the kicker. It may very well give him new life. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll run the counter with Barkley. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Matt Milano there to stop him. They face 2nd down and 7. Now Hurts. He's got this complete. That's Smith. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. A big play here in the big game. 31 yards.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
A run up the middle with Barkley. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Hurts going to keep it on the option. And this one blown up. Good surge will drop him. A loss on the play back to the 9-yard line.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. That is caught by the tight end. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Greg, they have such a knack. It's like they're on the same page. The quarterback almost feels like, well, when you were playing, you know where that guy's going to be in the end zone.
Yeah, we used to have a saying, Mike, we say we don't run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and especially against zone coverage. Down here in the red zone, the rule is if you're open, stay open. Don't run past an open zone to get covered. That's exactly what this tight end does here. Friendly target, ball on time, touchdown.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Davis now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with 1st down. on the ground. It's Cook to start this drive. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
In motion, Shakir. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. That is incomplete.
I think you just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
On the handoff, this is Cook. And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up. In motion, Shakir. Allen on third down. He's got his man. That's Coleman. A pickup of 15 in the air. Good for a Bills first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
They'll go play action here with Allen. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
On the zone read, a handoff here to Cook. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We're back to New Orleans and Super Bowl 59 after this. Now it's Allen. Inside the 10, it is caught. About 19 yards on that one, and they're in business. It's 1st and goal.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. And it's such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. And at the very least, got to come away with some points.
Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal. From the gun, Josh Allen. It is brought in the end zone. Keon Coleman. Touchdown, Bills. Here's Bass now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bills have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Williams now to return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. This team's offense ready to get back at it. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14, and they'll begin 1st and 10. Dotson, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's taken in right side by Goddard. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's complete to Smith. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Now a screen set up for Barkley. He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. To the air again, Hurts. He's going to keep it himself. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime. A 2nd down throw for Hurts. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Taron Johnson.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Bills offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And a nice run there. He'll get 8 to the 28-yard line. So we have reached halftime of Super Bowl 59 here in New Orleans. And for the final time this year, we send it to Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. And what a season this has been, and it is nearing a conclusion. You guys enjoy the show out there. We'll get it back out to you, too, in just a moment.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Two quarters left in the NFL season as we decide a champion. Back underway here at the Super Bowl. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So now this team's offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Like a design run. Hurts has it. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Here's a handoff to Barkley. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down. And in motion is Brown. On third down, it's Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And Mike, I think as they try to find themselves clawing back in this game, they're going to have to make a concentrated effort here in the second half to continue to get him involved. Give him opportunities in space with the ball in his hand, and chances are, when he has it, good things happen.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw is Hurts. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way. Every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He may have trusted his arm strength a little bit too much on that throw. Two defenders in the area. Work to your check down. Work to an open receiver. I think in this case, he forces that ball, and ultimately, he's lucky he got away with it.
And that is incomplete. He was trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. And it's going to be fourth down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles will cut the lead down to 4.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Bills offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. A run up the middle with Cook. And he's going to be close to a 1st down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Throwing now, Allen here on 1st down. Taken in by Shakir. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else. And I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Now Allen on 1st down. Looking middle, he's got to complete to Coleman. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. That's Palmer, the man in motion. They'll run straight ahead with Cook. And he's able to sidestep his way forward and pick up 4. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll try and run here with Cook. And they're going to get him down close to the marker. Was he able to reach the ball out? He did. Great spot and a great run. 1st down, 1st and goal.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the 1st down.
Out of the gun, here's Allen. He's got his big tight end. Dawson Knox. Touchdown, Buffalo. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
The extra point by Bass is good. And the Bills will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here's Williams on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. First and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Looking middle, and he's got ground. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Give to Barkley, running right. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
3rd down. Here's Hurts out of the gun. That's complete. Tight end got it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big one there on 3rd down. Good for 26 yards.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Hurts will work here from the pistol. Quickly to the outside and complete. He'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. And they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Here comes the Eagles punt team. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. In motion, Shakir. They'll throw on 1st down with Allen. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here in Super Bowl 59. EA Sports back for the 4th from SoFi after this. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Cook. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Josh Allen on the bootleg. That one caught. It's Knox, the tight end. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's going to run it.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
Here's a handoff to Cook. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Third down, 3 to go. Allen will throw. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
On 1st down, it's Allen. He's got that complete to Knox. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Allen going to give it to Cook. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. From the gun, Josh Allen. He's got it at the 3. To the goal line and in. Joshua Palmer. Touchdown, Bills. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Pass now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. On the return, it's Williams. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense about ready to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
2nd and a yard. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. A throw on the move is caught. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
2nd and 7. Again, Hurts. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
On first down, it's Hurts. He'll look underneath here for Barkley. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
The open receiver is Dotson. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Hurts. A pass caught by Saquon. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon, and frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal. Hurts will try it again. They're called in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. From the 1, 2nd and goal. To the air again. Hurts. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. We do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
And this is where the threat of run just opens up everything else in your offense, especially when you have a premier back lined up behind center. And this is one of those cases where the defense is so worried about how do we stop this ground game. They don't have enough guys to account for everyone in the passing game, and results in an easy touchdown.
Elliott now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles are able to cut into the deficit. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The Bills' offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On 1st and 10, it's Cook. They'll take this down to the 43, a short pickup there. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Here's 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Cook. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in the fourth. Third and 9. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Here we go. One final play. He's going to air this one out looking for Dotson. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. And the Bills have done it. They are your Super Bowl champions. So, this franchise that has been through plenty, and I mean plenty of ups and downs in their history, this is the year it all finally comes together. And now, Greg, they and their fans get to celebrate a first-ever Super Bowl title.
And you think about how much this franchise has been through, the close calls, the ups and downs, Mike, and I think for a lot of their fans, it was starting to creep into, would this day ever come? Well, I'll tell you what, for those that have stuck with them through all these years,